Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs?
Hey, baby! We're gonna be here all night! We're gonna be here all night, baby! I like this kind of party! I like this kind of party, baby!
Boom. All right. How you doing, folks? Ron Raymond here from the Raymond Report for a Friday, a football-friendly Friday. It is Friday, October 7th. Hope you're having yourself a good start to your day. As always, don't forget to subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right-hand corner, or hit the subscribe button below this video if you are using a mobile device. Today's podcast is brought to you by HockeyPicks.com. Sign up today and follow the top hockey pickers each and every day right here at HockeyPicks.com. Also, it's the start of the regular season, so right now 57% of the votes going to the Nashville Predators over San Jose. Also, bballpicks.com. You want to follow the top pickers, and Ron Raymond, yours truly, has won Kobe Award so far in preseason basketball. And if you like basketball, then you want to make your picks and get them picked and monitored each and every day right here at bballpicks.com. And don't forget to use the ATS calculator. ATS calculator gave us a winner last night on the Colts, and hopefully you guys were on the Colts, and hopefully you're still not sleeping watching that game. But yeah, nice win yesterday for ATS calculator. Big win for Ross Benjamin. Ross Benjamin came on the show yesterday and gave us the Indianapolis Colts plus 3.5, and Ross the Boss was a winner. And we had a great conversation yesterday. I got a lot of great feedback from yesterday's show, and I thought the money management part was a hot topic, but it's one that you have to talk about. We do it each and every day right here on the Raymond Report. All right, speaking of the Raymond Report, how you doing? My name is Ron Raymond. I'm a 5-time sports handicapping champion based out of Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. 8 degrees today in the nation's capital, overcast, but you know what? We are going to be talking football, so we're going to hopefully bring some sunshine winners into your morning. And I see the bullpen is in the house. There's F for Fantastic is in the house. He says, how pathetic was that game last night? Scott Champion wants the good morning Vietnam. Yeah, Robin Villian voice. There you go, Scotty. And plays and parlays. I don't even bother watching the game anymore, and rather watch preseason basketball. And the Nature Boy, Ric Flair, is in the house. How you doing there, Mr. Nature Boy? And let me see here. Who else is here? Let's go. Woo! Morning. I started watching less than 3 minutes. And in regulation, apparently the best part of the game. Amazon just pissed me off. Amazon must be pissed. They get all the duds for Thursday night. And there's Telly. Top of the morning to Telly. And absolutely right to the Nature Boy. All right. So the Ramblers and Gamblers are stumbling into the bullpen. That's what we call our chat box. And that's where you can meet all the Ramblers and Gamblers each and every day of the Raymond Report. And that's where you can chat away. And don't forget, on the weekends, even though we don't have a show, you can follow us on our Discord. We are always on the Discord most of the time. I know the Bo Jacksons and the Spotted Walking Bear, all the guys are there, and the Nature Boy, they're all in the Discord. And if you want to know where the Discord is, go to our YouTube channel. On the top right-hand corner, you'll see a logo of the Discord. Click on it, and then you'll find your path to the show. All right, Mark Nation's in the house. Morning, Coach. All I've been proud. My ladies' team won 2 games, 14-7, 14-13 in double overtime. We won last game on trick play. I drew up a practice the day before. Hey, you know what? Trick plays and the Mark Nations, here's the thing about trick plays. As a coach, let your players design the trick play. Then they feel like there's an ownership to that play, right? That's one thing I always do with our football team is we'll allow the team to implement one trick play per year. And you know what? They design it, they implement it, they own it, and that's awesome to hear. All right, F, way to go, Mark Nations. Congratulations. Armando Santos, God bless the Best Damn Report. Raymond Report, hey, God bless you, Armando. And Elliot V. Oh, a little Ronald this morning from Elliot V in the bullpen. All right, so a bit of a snore last night, and it was kind of a snore, but it is what it is. It's still football, right? It's still football, and now you got preseason basketball, you got NHL starting today. I'm looking forward to that, and we got a Football Friday lined up for you guys here today. And what I'm going to do in Football Friday today, I'm going to use the computer picks, and I'm also going to implement the ATS calculator into today's show. All right, as you know, we always start the show with a little bit of sports betting 101 education, and we had a great conversation yesterday. I don't know, did you guys enjoy that conversation with me and Ross the Boss Benjamin about money management? And you know what, Ross is right, 100%, 5% of your bankroll each and every day should be dedicated to your wagers. I said 10% because I feel a lot of the recreational gamblers are $100 bettors, right? And I you know, the one thing I loved about yesterday's show, it made me think, and I talked with my friends, and I quizzed 3 of my buddies last night, and I said, hey, you're opening a sportsbook account, and I'll even ask you guys, I'll ask the audience right now, if you're opening up a sports betting account right now, what's the minimum amount you're depositing right now? And I'll wait till some of the answers, and I'll give you what the consensus was. But here's the question of the day. You know what? I'm going to put it in the question. I'm going to do this poll right now. I'm going to say, what is your minimum deposit? What is your minimum deposit in a sports book? All right. And I'm going to give out 3. I'll give out 3 options. Option number 1. We'll say $100, or you know what? No, we'll go 50. Option number 2, we'll go option number 2. We'll go 100. I don't know how many options I'm allowed to ask here, but we'll see. Let me see. Yes, no. No, I don't want the yes, nos. Okay, let me see. Ask the community. No, I see. It only allows me 2 options. All right, so let me change the options. I'll put 100. We'll just do 2. Or let me see if I can just do a different question. Let me see. Create a poll. See the poll, the 35. What's 35? All right. So what is your minimum deposit? And I'll add the option number 1. I'll put $100. Right. Bang. See, no, it doesn't. Okay, you know what? This ain't working out too good right here. Hang on here. 250. All right, here we go. Let me see if that works out. There you go. I don't know why it says yes or no, but $100, $200. Then it says yes or no. I don't know about that. Anyways, I'll do that another day. But what's your minimum deposit when you guys are opening up a sportsbook account? What is your minimum deposit? My consensus was $100. I think recreational bettors, when they put in a deposit, it's $100. Some people said $250. Ross thinks it's like $1,000. It all depends on what your deposit and your comfort level is of winning or losing that money, right? Coach, I'll do. Let me see here. 110, 250, 500 plus the Nature Boy. I'm $1,500 per sport, says Mark Nations. Allow for $500 re-up. 3 sports, $1,000. How about my honesty and losing a month in 1 month? Yeah, I love the honesty. Hey, dude, hey, honesty is the best policy, right? Let me see here. What else you guys are saying? Yeah, so it varies, right? It all varies. Scott Champion says $100. Yeah, so hey, it's all in your comfort level, right? All right, speaking of comfort level, hopefully you are on the Raymond Report and you're following the fundamentals of the Raymond Report. This is our sports betting tip sheet, our guide. We always look for value, percentage play, performance cycles, player availability, and a money management system. And each and every day when you listen to the show, you're going to hear me talk about A, B, and C-type teams in the Raymond Report. T-type teams. A-type must be
Struggling.
Yeah, struggling. A-type teams are 60% or higher. B-type teams are 50% to 59.9%, and 49% or lower. Those are what I call C-type teams, and we never bet on C-type teams.
So you don't do that?
No, we don't do that. Also, you're going to hear me talk about, instead of streaks, I look at cycles and performance cycles of teams. Teams that are bullish, neutral, or bearish. Obviously, teams that are bullish in Major League Baseball, NHL, NBA. Are teams with a 7-0, 6-1, 5-2 record. Teams that are neutral, 3-4, 4-3, and teams that are bearish, those are teams that are 0-7, 1-6, 2-5 in their last 7 games. All right, let's talk about the 10 commandments of sports betting. Any birthdays out there today? I feel like playing the Chipmunk song today. Any birthdays? I gotta know. Anybody has a birthday? We won't give you the bumps, but we'll give you the Chipmunk birthday song. Guardians, Cardinals, money line today, says Elliot V. Man, you're ahead of me there, Elliot. There, hang on there. Let me get through the intro first. Big Brent call with the Colts. And $600 for F. Let's roll. Hey, let's ride. Hey, Bart Scott. Hey, I love when he says that. Hey, let's ride. All right, for poll, 100 October 9th, Coach, the Nature Boy. What's October 9th? Is that October 9th, Coach? I don't know what October 9th is. That's Monday, but we'll see. Or is it Sunday or Monday? All right, GM coach leaning. Oh, good morning, coach. Every time I see GM, the good morning, I think it's like a general manager. What? General manager. It's my birthday today. How you doing? Elliot V, did you know? Are you serious? Is it your birthday, Elliot? Or you just want to hear the Chipmunk song? But you know what? If it's Elliot's V's birthday, let's give him a birthday song. That's your birthday today. That's your birthday song, courtesy of your friends here at the Bullpen. All right, thou shall not bid big money on C-type teams in the Raymond Report. We don't do that.
No, you don't do that.
No, never lay points. Take the points or bet the money line or the over-under in spread sports. Create your own number. It's your number against the bookmaker's number. That's one of the golden rules. Follow a disciplined money management system. Never force a pick because you need action on a game.
No, you don't do that.
You don't do that.
Oh, no,
Why not?
never, never.
Why not?
Against the rules.
Against the rules. Never chase losing bets on a bad day. Bet with your wallet, not your heart. Also, NHL home favorites coming off a 1-goal loss. Keep an eye on that this year. Let's see if they hit 60% again since 2011. So that's, 11 years right now. Never bet against A-type teams who are bullish at home.
No, you don't do that.
Don't do that. 24-hour rule of betting. Take a day off after a big win. Enjoy that win because you never know when the next big win is going to come. So the 24-hour rule is a must. And never bet on teams who are in a bearish cycle. You don't do that.
No, you don't do that.
You don't do that.
Oh, no, never, never.
Why not?
Why not?
Against the rules. You know, you're stupid when you do that.
I don't know if you're stupid, but today's my birthday, Elliot V. Good morning, Isaiah Moore. Good morning, Isaiah. Just wanted to hear the song, I Must Confess. Yeah, me too. I love that song. All right, so 40% so far saying that $100 better is what they normally start off with. And you know what? Here's what I think also. If you're betting online with your favorite sportsbook, whatever that is, I think there's a comfort level to security, right? There's still, maybe the older generation are still reluctant to put in their credit card information online. Hey, I can old man waving that cloud. I don't trust that internet thing. Hey, I can hear that in some voices, right? In the older generation, don't trust the internet. But I can see that happening. I can see that, and it's, people very reluctant putting in more than $100. $500 I can see. 1,000. Then once you get to the thousands, then it's more of a bank wire, right? I think it's more of a bank wire. All right, Isaiah, smell the fresh ice is in the air. Yeah, hockey is in the air, and you know what? Now that hockey is in the air, I used to have a good. There we go. Welcome, folks, to the old Montreal Forum. I'm Dick Irvin. Hey, all my Canadian fans out there. Let's go Habs. All right. No. Let's go Sens, right? Go Sens, go. All right. I'm a Ottawa guy, so obviously I grew up taking on the Habs. Hey, being a French Canadian and all, grew up in the Montreal era of the 70s with Guy Lafleur and all those guys, Ken Dryden. So I grew up with the Habs, but since the Ottawa Senators are here, go Sens, go. And so the hockey song. Hey, maybe I should get the old hockey song on the soundbite next week. All right.
Joe owned the Chiefs.
Owns.
I don't know. Hey, who owns the Chiefs? Little hockey reference right there because we do have NHL starting today. All right, but before we start the show, we always go and feed the ponies. One minute to post time. Hey, a little bounce my step today. It must be a football Friday. All right, get them in, get them out. Yeah, they're off and running today at Gulfstream Park in Hallandale Beach, Florida. I don't know if it's a beach, but it's Hallandale, Florida, near Hollywood Beach. Gulfstream Park first race today is at 12:25 p.m. 1 mile, 70 yards on the dirt, and it's a $16,000 maiden claiming race. And if you're going to bet today, I would go with the number 8 horse in race number 1, a nice 12-1 long shot with Miguel Angel Vasquez in the saddle. Miguel is 41% in the money. Last 100 races. The number 7 horse, Florida Star, Imisel Yaramillo in the saddle there on the number 7, 5-1 morning line for Imisel Yaramillo. And Affy Kid with Sammy Camacho Jr. right in the saddle there on the number 2, 9-2 morning line on Affy Kid. And your Joker's Wild is the number 10 Heart Boy with Perez in the saddle on the number 10 horse, 7-2 morning line. But you know what? I'm going to go with Yaramillo here today, and I'm going to put $10 to win, $10 to place on the number 7 horse, Florida Star. This way he comes in first, you get paid twice. He comes in second, well, you get paid once, which is also nice. And you can bet all today's race card today at Gulfstream Park just by going to our website at atsstats.com. And what you want to do, go to horses, free tip sheet in the pull down menu, go to Gulfstream Park, and all the races today at Gulfstream Park, races 1 to number 10, 11. Oh, look at that, 11 races today at Gulfstream. And you can use our tip sheet for free just by going to the website at atsstats.com. All right, now a little birdie told me today it's Major League Wildcard Day.
Hello again, everybody. Harry Carey from Wrigley Field on a beautiful day for baseball.
It is a beautiful day for baseball, and let's take a look at the matchups here today in the Major League Baseball wildcard race. And you know what? It's a different format this year. I kind of like it. The only thing that sucks is the road teams don't get any home games, right? But you know, then you're going to say, well, win your games, right, during the regular season. So if you win your games, there you go. Who's Mizzou's in the house? How you doing, Network? Good morning, Bullpen. It's the Network. Show me the pearls, baby. Colts. Who's Mizzou? Yeah, with a little poopy icon right there. Raptors, Blue Jays, Maple Leafs, and Parley says Scott. He likes the Raptors, Blue Jays, Maple Leafs, Parley. What a homer. Hey, Scott, you must be a Toronto guy. What a homer. Hey, I've never seen such a homer. That is the most homer parlay that I've ever seen in my life. And I've been doing this 20 years. So Scott comes on and he says, give me the Raptors, Blue Jays, and Maple Leafs. I guarantee you right now, Scott, your underwears are the Toronto Maple Leaf underwears. You're wearing Toronto Maple Leaf underwears right now, aren't you, Scott? Aren't you, Scott? Hey, what a homer parlay that is. Awesome. All right, Who's Mizzou went on a win again on my same game parlay last night. Hey, good job. Who's Mizzou? All right. So let's take a look at Major League Baseball today. Seattle taking on the Toronto Blue Jays. Now, this is my top premium pick here today. So members of the website, you can get my premium pick on this game right now. If you go to the website, go to picks and go to Ron Raymond's picks right here, and you'll see who I like in that game. 57.4% chance according to the Raymond report for the Blue Jays, 52% for Seattle. And you got Alex Manoah going up against, let me see here, Seattle is Castillo. What a great pickup that was from Cincinnati. Cleveland taking on Tampa Bay. I do like the Rays here today at minus 105. Sean McClanahan going up against Shane the Biebs. Hey, the Biebs going here for Cleveland. Cleveland's, you know what? They got a great manager, two great managers, right? You got Francona, you got the Cash Man, Kevin Cash. This is going to be a great series. Tampa Bay, just one of those teams that I have so much confidence in. Made me a lot of money this season, and I'm hold the rope, get on the bus, and just enjoy the ride, right? So I'm going with Tampa Bay today. That's my members pick, my beer and pizza money pick. Now you're saying, Ron, you're going up against your own rule. Why would you do that? A team that is bearish, right? Regular season bearish, but I'm going to take beer and pizza money today. I'm going to, sometimes my grandmother used to say, you don't want to never tell a lie, but there's a thing called a white lie, right? You don't even want to do that. But sometimes I feel like I'm going against my system here, but I got to go with Tampa Bay here today. I just love the Rays getting plus money, well, minus 105, but I do like Tampa Bay. San Diego taking on the New York Mets, minus 150 for the Metropolitans. And looking at the starting pitcher today for, you got Matt Scherzer, and for the... let me bring up my baseball. I just want to see if there's the lineup, any lineup changes here today. For San Diego, you got Yu Darvish, right? So Yu Darvish, 3.10 ERA against Mad Max. And now, people are saying, well, why wouldn't you start DeGrom, right? Why wouldn't you start? Hey, you can put in DeGrom anywhere you want. And, go with the proven veteran, Max Scherzer. He's been there before. Hey, Buck Showalter, he knows what he's doing, right? And the last game of the day, you got the Phillies going up against the Cardinals. Minus 110 is the price tag here on both these teams. 51.7% chance of winning for St. Louis, and looking at 45.1 for the Phillies. And you know what? Of all the teams into the playoffs, there's Zach Wheeler going up against Jose Quintana. Of all these teams here today, it's just Philadelphia. I feel like I can't believe they're in it. When I look at St. Louis, I look at the Mets, San Diego, Cleveland, Tampa Bay, Toronto, Seattle. I just, remember polka dot door. One of these things ain't like the others. I think this team here is going to be the contrarian play for many, many bettors today. I don't know what it is. I think it's the way they limped into the playoffs, right? Like, if you're a Philadelphia Phillies fan, obviously you're all in. But looking at it from an investment point of view, I don't know if they breathe a lot of confidence going into the playoffs, right? And St. Louis, well, weak division. We'll see what happens there. So I guess it's two evenly matched teams right there. But we will see what happens right there. All right. Red Wheat's in the house. OG Wheat checking in. Different device. Good morning, great people. Let's have some pearls, Coach. Give me the Cardinals tonight, says Mitchell Watson. Good morning, Coach. Good morning, YouTube Bullpen. Yeah, the Bullpen's in the house. The Gent Woodworker. Joe Public is loving the Guardians. Rays are probably the right play, says the Gent Woodworker. I agree. And you know what? When you think of Tampa Bay, what general manager wouldn't you not want to have your money on in the playoffs, right? All Kevin Cash does is produce winners. Kevin Cash, to me, one of the best general managers in baseball. And if I'm going in the playoffs, he's my pick. Speaking of pick, I got two selections right here today for and I'm going to tell you guys my picks. Here I got winning the American League East the conference. So, you know what? I'm in a great mood today, so I'm just going to go right to the members pick, and I'll save you guys the $4.99. All right, how about that? Here's my pick to win the World Series. I put the Atlanta Braves at plus 500. I think the Braves, as as the Nature Boy would say,
To be the man, you gotta be the man.
Yeah, the man right now is the Atlanta Braves. This team here. Think about this. Look at the way they started the season and look how they finished, right? They always say in sports, not how you start, it's how you finish. And I think the Atlanta Braves, to me, win the World Series. Plus 500. Give me the Braves to win the World Series. The American League, I'm going with Tampa Bay. And it's mostly a price play and a sports gut feeling. And it's a high-risk play. Let's be honest, right? It's a high-risk play. Houston is probably going to be the team that everybody's going to want to take in the American League East, in the American League. But I think Tampa Bay plus 1175 is the money play you want to bet. And who knows if we have a hedging opportunity later on, right? And obviously, if I'm taking the Braves to win the World Series, I'm going to take them to win the National League pennant, right? And I got today my beer and pizza money pick, Tampa Bay Rays, money line plus 108. So there you have it. That is my futures picks. So I got the Braves to win the National League pennant. I got the Rays to win the American League. And I got the Atlanta Braves to win the World Series. And now you know the rest of the story, as Paul Harvey would say, right? And
Hello again, everybody. Harry Carey from Wrigley Field on a beautiful day for baseball.
Yeah, what a call by Coach. Let's go. Insert Rex Ryan soundbite. Which soundbite is that, F? Hey, is that the one with the fun?
Can we have fun? You're damn right. Oh. I demand that we have fun.
Or are you talking about this one?
How about our offense? When are we going to put it together? When are we going to put it together?
Yeah, that was Rex Ryan giving the halftime speech last night in Denver in the in the Broncos halftime in the changing room, right?
How about our offense?
Yeah. Woo. Hey. Woo. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, that's what everybody was asking watching that game last night between the Colts and the Broncos. All right, let's get on with the show. So I gave you guys my baseball predictions, market watch. Let's do a little bit of a market watch, and then I'll get into NFL week number 5 of the National Football League. And let's get to market watch, the one with the explicit. You're talking about this
one,
eh?
How about our offense?
Yeah. When are we going to put it together?
How about our offense? When are we going to put it together? When are we going to put it together? Can we not run the ball down their throats every snap? Can we not throw it anytime we want to fucking throw it?
Hey, beep. Yeah, still one of the greatest sound bites of all times, eh? How How about our offense? When are we going to put it together? All right, speaking of offense, the Eagles have no problem with the offense. Hey?
Straight cash, homie.
Yeah, straight cash with the Eagles. Minnesota 3-1. It's just, you know what? I look at 3-1, but it's a quiet and it's like a shaky 3-1. Green Bay, hey, at the end of the day, it's like the Tampa Bay Rays. They just get the job done. Giants 3-1, Chiefs 3-1, Dallas 3-1, the Bills 3-1, and the Dolphins. Those are your A-type teams so far after week number 4 with 2 games played in week 5. The B-type teams, Cincinnati, Tennessee. Look at all these teams in neutral, right? Baltimore, Jets, Broncos, Browns, Chargers, Cardinals, Bears, Bucks, Atlanta, Rams, Seahawks, 49ers, and look at the C-type teams, Washington, New Orleans, Pittsburgh, and Houston, the teams that are bearish. Those are teams you probably want to stay away when you're betting money on them, right? All right, let's take a look at the computer picks. NFL week number 5, and did a little bit of homework yesterday, as always, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through all the games and give you guys the computer pick, and I'll go. The computer had the Broncos yesterday. Thank God we didn't listen to the Broncos to the computer. But you know what? ATS calculator had Denver winning by 1.7, but not covering. So if you went with the ATS calculator, you did pretty good, right? So what we do with the ATScalculator.com, you go to NFL, and let me bring up that Giant game, and I'll show you. I did it all beforehand, so this way I won't have to jump between screens. I'll just tell you guys how. So if you're tuning in for the first time, this is the ATScalculator.com. It crunches the number. You ever want to know what the number should be? This is like the bookmaker should be using this right here. Okay? So it tells you what the line and number should be on a game. So I created this, about 10, 15 years ago? I think if I just scroll down to the bottom, it should say 2004. Yeah, okay, maybe a little longer, right? Hey, it's been a long barbecue. All right, the Giants taking on Green Bay, and we do have Green Bay winning by 7.84 points. The total landing on 39.51. So we do have that game going under. We have the Packers winning, but not covering the spread, and that's how the ATS calculator works. And the good thing about the calculator, so let's say it's all in your belief system, right? Let's say against top middle ranked teams, you can take that out if you don't believe in that. Say you don't like the last 5 games, you take that out. Say the home games or whatever, after a win, after a loss, you can clear out any of the text boxes here of the numbers. Just clear out the numbers right here, and then they'll adjust the number at the end downstairs. So that's how the ATS calculator works. You can check it out each and every day. Also, if you click on this, I don't know if you guys can see this, probably not, because I don't think it shows the pop-up menu. It shows you the top 10 teams right now: Buffalo, Philly, Jacksonville, number 3, believe it or not, and analytics, right? Kansas City, San Fran, Cincinnati, Baltimore, Tampa Bay, Cleveland, and Miami in the top 10 power ratings right here at ATScalculator.com. All right, let's get on to the action. Let's get to the game in England between the Packers and the Giants. And Colts kicked my butt last night, says Armando de los Santos. Pro poker player. That wasn't the cards for the first race at Gulfstream today. That wasn't the card for the first. Oh no, let me see here. Let me go to Gulfstream Park. Maybe I had the wrong date here. Hang on. Today is the 7th, and let me see. Maybe I did have the wrong. Oh yeah, you know what? Good call. Good call. Let me see here. Let me go back to Gulfstream. Let me just do that. And let me see if it changes. Free tip sheet. Gulfstream Park, the 7th. And oh, there we go. Yeah, no, you're right. So thank you. Let me see who did that. Pro poker player. Thank you. All right, so back to the horse racing. I guess I had the yesterday's card, so I apologize about that. Today at Gulfstream Park. And let me see how many races today at Gulfstream. It is 9 races. Hey, this is what I love about this audience. Hey, they're informed, they're looking in, and I love it. Hey, you know what? Mistakes happen. Gulfstream Park, $40,000 maiden special weight race, 12:25 post time, 7 furlongs on the dirt. And today we're still going to go with Miguel Angel Asquez, but this time on the 5 horse, Big Save, 7-2 morning line. Cajun Occasion with Perez in the saddle here on the number 2 horse, Cajun Occasion. The number 8 horse, The Cozen one, the Cozen one, I guess they meant the frozen one or the chosen one, but the Cozen one with a K. Panici in the saddle here at 33% in the money, 12-1 morning line on the Cozen one. And the number 9 horse, Gerard, is our Joker's Wild selection. Morelos in the saddle, 32% in the money. And the big save is where I'm going to go here today, since hockey season started, with Miguel Angel Vasquez. And again, put 10 to win, 10 to place on the number 5 horse. Big save. And Pro Poker Player, thank you for pointing that out, because I like to be accountable for everything, and that is accountability right there. All right, let's get back to NFL, and let's take a look at the Giants taking on the Packers. Now, the Giants 3-1 on the season. Look at that, eh? You got two teams taking on each other in England, and both are 3-1. Which 3-1 team do you trust the most? Oh, there's my good friend Gloria K.
Put that coffee down.
There, Gloria K is the closer, and there is Gloria K. Is anyone else cutting off? What's cutting off? The show's cutting off? Giants taking on the Pack. Are you talking about the show getting cut off today? Demetrius Alexander's in the house. Yeah, I don't know what you mean by that, Gloria. Might be a connection issue. I don't know. All right, back to this here. So the Giants taking on the Packers. Hey, Daniel Jones against Aaron Rodgers. Both are 3-1. Which 3-1 quarterback do you trust the most? According to the calculator, 7.84 for the Packers, 39.51. And looking at our percentage play, it does favor Green Bay in this one. For the Packers, they're 6-4 straight up against the Giants last 10, 4-5-1 to the point spread, 7-3 to the over. And the Packers coming in now on a 3-game winning streak. The only thing is with the Packers is the inconsistency at the receiver position, right? But they're young, and it's that's all everybody ever talks about, right? The Packer receivers these days. And speaking of the Packer receiver, let me go to, I forgot to bring up let me go back to my dashboard here, and I wanted to take a look at the offense. How about our offense?
When are we going to put it together?
Speaking of the offense, Green Bay ranked 21st and 19 for the Giants. So when you think of the Packers and Giants, you're not really thinking defense, right? Well, maybe Giants, but the Packers, a 7th ranked scoring defense in the league, 21st in the league in scoring. That's not, we're not used to seeing that with Aaron Rodgers type teams, right? But we do have the Packers winning here at 59.2% and 21.9% chance of winning here for the Giants against Green Bay. Brian Daboll doing a great job, former Bills offense coordinator, but I think this one here is all Green Bay. But you know the rules. Hey, rules are rules. We don't lay points. And
no, you don't do that.
Yeah, and I'm not taking the money line. So if I play this one, I think the over is where I would lean in that game. All right, Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Buffalo Bills. Now the Steelers, life after Big Ben. We'll see how it goes today. The Bills, a 14.5 point favorite. The over-under at 45.5. A 92.3% chance of winning here. Now, according to our forecast, we got a 26-16 win, and that means a 10-point victory. And when you look at this game here between the Bills and the Pittsburgh Steelers, hey, the Bills had a rough first 4 weeks of the schedule, right? Started in the Rams, came home for one, and then they played the Baltimore Ravens. They played Miami Dolphins. They had a really rough road trip. 3 road games in the first 4 weeks. That's a tough schedule, right? Now they're back at home. Some home cooking. Bills Mafia is going to be ready to go in this one. The ATS calculator has Buffalo winning by 18.04. However, Buffalo always struggles against the Steelers. 3-7 straight up in their last 10, and this will be an interesting matchup here today, Sunday, for the Buffalo Bills. And for the Steelers, well, they're 500 at used to be Rich Stadium, remember? But I don't know what New Era Stadium. I don't know what's the new stadium name now in Buffalo. So the Steelers, life after Big Ben. I don't know. I think this might be a rough day. They're gonna go with the Kenny Pickens. So Steelers coming in on a 3-game losing streak. But here's the thing. The one thing, and I say this to you guys all the time, right? You're not handicapping the Steelers against Buffalo. You're handicapping the bookmakers line against your line. Now, I do have the Bills winning on the analytics on the computer here by 10, but the ATS calculator has Buffalo at 18.04. I think this falls into my uncomfortable pick feeling, right? If you do, like, there's no way you should be laying 14.5 points. I don't recommend that. And the Bills struggle against the Steelers. I think plus 14.5. Mike Tomlin, you're giving me Mike Tomlin at 14.5. I'll take the points. It's a very uncomfortable pick, even though I think Buffalo's going to win this game. 26-16. Who knows? You know, it's NFL is so unpredictable this year. It's unbelievable. But I tend to agree with this forecast, 26-16. And looking at the strength of schedule, it's been tough for the Bills. 55% last 3 games. Steelers 44%. Steelers 1-3 straight up in against the number. Look at my value edge. I had minus 20 on the value index. I just think there's better games on the board. If you're going to play this one, the total might be the way to go. What's the Kogo at? Kogo's at 57%. We got 43.5, and the calculator has the Bill at 43. Maybe the under is where you want to go in that one. Detroit taking on the New England Patriots. Now the Lions 1-3 on the season. Last 4 games, all 4 games have gone over the total. They're coming off a 48-45 loss, just like they did in week 1. Remember week 1, they lost a close one. I forget against the Eagles. I believe it was the Eagles. And 48-45 to Seattle. And then the Patriots. Hey, Ross was his 10-star play last week on the Patriots. They went into Green Bay at Lambeau. And even though they lost, they had a chance to win it in overtime. Had they just marched the field, they would have been in field goal position. 3.5 is the line. 45.5 is the total. I got a 26-21 victory for New England, who has a 64.8% chance of winning compared to 34.09 for the Lions. And let's take a look here at some of the calculator. Calculator has New England winning by 4.25, and for the Patriots, 6-3 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings against the Lions and against the point spread. Detroit 1-3 at Lambeau, straight up and against the number, 1-3 to the under. And I'm going to go New England. I like New England this play. It's probably going to be one of my top plays this weekend. Give me the Patriots minus 3.5, but give me the money line instead. It's more, don't want to sweat out those last field goal things. Give me the Patriots money line. All right. Chargers taking on the Cleveland Browns. Now the Browns coming off a 23-20 loss last week to Arthur Smith and the Atlanta Falcons. Mariota having a pretty good start to the year. Hey, very quietly, Mariota getting the job done. Obviously not in the fashion of the Eagles or the Dolphins, but compared to last year, it's a different Atlanta team. And for the Chargers going to this one, they're coming off a 34-24 victory over the Texans. I got a 69.5% chance of winning here on the Chargers. So the percentage play favors the Chargers here big time at 69.5, 18.7 for the Browns. And when I look at this lineup here, obviously, let me go to my scoring averages right here. Cleveland, where's Cleveland? The Browns. There we go. Number 6 ranked offense against number 12 in the Chargers. And for the Chargers, look at that. Number 30 in defense, right? That's a Western Conference team coming to the East. Never like that, right? Don't like that at all. Let me go back to the injury report. Just want to see. I just don't know if those ribs are still, when he got injured there in week 1, Herbert. I just wonder what those ribs are like these days. If he's still feeling some of the effects of that, of week 1, I believe it was. Let me see. Chargers. Yeah, Keenan Allen questionable, Palmer questionable, Everett a lot of questionables for the Chargers, and looks like status quo here for Cleveland. Tough one, a very tough one. Players and Price says I'll pass on this game. I think my internet isn't working. That's good in Wisconsin. Cornfield says Gloria. Yes, I see Gulfstream. It's right. They're located the Nature Boy. Okay, all right. So back to this one. I got a 28-21 victory for the Chargers. Again, I just don't like the fact, they played last week. Then West Coast team coming to the East. Where did they play last week? Did they play? Yeah, they played in Houston. So this is the second road game, right? To win 2 consecutive road game, I don't know if I have that confidence in that Charger defense, ranked 30th. And for Cleveland, though, Cleveland is 2-8 straight up in their last 10 head meetings against the Chargers. And the ATS calculator does have Cleveland winning at 2.6 2.76. I'm going to go against the computer forecast here, and I'm going to take the Browns. I know it's going to be an uncomfortable pick. I agree with the ATS calculator. I think the Browns are the play in this one. All right, Houston taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars, and hey, you know what? Peterson doing a great job. Trevor Lawrence coming into his own in the NFL, and 29-21 loss last week to the Eagles after that quick start. 66% chance of winning on the Jags compared to 30.7 for the Texans, who are 0-3-1 on the season, have yet to taste victory. And looking at the ATS calculator, has Jacksonville winning by 10. Obviously, I'm not laying 6.5, and I'll pass on this game. Seattle taking on the New Orleans Saints, and Geno Smith. Remember we talked about that percentage record last year, his last week. He's got a great completion record, right? He's very consistent in his throws, probably the best in the league, actually. And when we're looking at this game, we're Seattle and New Orleans. Let me just bring up the scoring offense. There it is. So Seattle ranked 11th in the league in scoring 23.7 points per game. The Saints ranked 20th. Hey, life after Drew Brees and Sean Payton, right? That's all you need to say right there. Seattle, though, hey, the legend of boom is not there right now. There's no boom in Seattle. 31 ranked defense against the 20 ranked defense in the Saints. This could be an over game right now. I got this total, though. We'll see. Where's that Seattle game on my sheet? I got the total landing on 44.01 on the ATS calculator, but 45.06. So it seems to me this could be a contrarian to the under. I think a lot of people are going to think over. 38.2% chance of winning for the Seahawks, 66.6 for the Saints. I got a 25-19 victory for New Orleans, so I got them winning by exactly 6. I just don't trust the Saints. I just, they gave the Bucks all they can handle in week number was it 1 or 2 when the Mike Evans ejection there in the game. But you don't poke the bear, right? I thought they poked the bear in that game and they were holding him, but Jameis Winston's untimely interceptions is not what you want to see. And going into this game here today, let me see. Jameis Winston still a question mark. Alvin Kamara a question mark. Yeah, so many question marks. I think this is a pass. I think if you're thinking of this game, you might want to pass. In the last 10 head-to-head meetings, New Orleans 5-5 straight up and against the number against the Seahawks. All right, let's take a look here. Jacksonville says Isaiah. He likes the Jaguars. And Bills Mafia. Woo, hey. Armando wants a... let me see there. There you go. There's for Bills Mafia right there. Atlanta taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Interesting matchup here. I think the word of the day for the Bucs is distraction. They've been distracted the entire season, right? With all the off-field stuff going on in the background. 9.5 is the line. 46.5 is the total. We do have the Bucs winning this one. 28-17. The over/under landing on 46. Looking at the percentage play, favors Tampa Bay at 69.2. But when I look at the ATS calculator, what does my trusty ATS calculator say? The calculator likes the Bucs at 10.19. The one thing with the Bucs is the defense, right? They do have a very good defense. In fact, let's take a look at that defense right now in numbers. I think it's ranked top 5. Let me see, where's Tampa Bay? Yeah, top 5, giving up 17 points per game. But look at the Atlanta Falcons, averaging 25.7 points per game. Going into week 5, did you think Atlanta's offense would be better than Tampa Bay's? That's a question mark you got to ask. And that's the NFL. If I was to sum up the NFL in one shot, that's it right there. That's it right there. When you sum up the NFL this year, Atlanta ranked 8th in offense, Tampa Bay 16. Thank you for coming out. Good night. Let me see here. I like to see the Red Rifles suit up for a QB1 and allow Jameis to heal. Yeah, obviously. The one thing, you can't rush players back, right? You saw what happened to Tua. You can't rush players back. Alvin is playing. Kamara is playing, says F. Honestly, don't know who gets into the Super Bowl in the NFC. Yeah, the NFC is a mess. NFC is a mess.
How about our offense?
How about our offense, Rex? How about our offense? All right, going into this game, Atlanta, Tampa Bay. Let me see the status on some of the players right here. All right, so Chris Godwin, questionable. Brate, questionable. Kyle Pitts, questionable. Mariota, having a good 779 yards, 3 touchdown passes, 4 INTs. Having a pretty good start to the year. Quiet, really done quietly. And for the Falcons, we're giving them a 35.7. Tampa Bay, though, 9.5. What does the bookmaker know that we don't know? Why isn't this number more like this in my value index? Minus 3.5. Remember I told you guys, whenever you look at the value index at the Raymond Report, and if the line is higher than our value index, then you got to ask yourself, what does the bookmaker know that I don't know? Is this a bad spot for the Falcons? And when you look at the history between these two teams, it's not as if that the Buccaneers are running away with this history, right? In the last 10 games, Tampa Bay is 5-5 straight up, 6-4 against the number. But check this out. 80% of the last 10 head-to-head meetings between the Falcons and the Buccaneers have gone over the total. Atlanta in Tampa Bay, 6-4 straight up, 3-6-1 against the number, 6-4 to the over. I got 46.29 on the total, 46.09. You know what? I think the total is where you want to go in this one. I would lean more towards the over in this game. And yeah, Kansas City just they ran havoc last week on the Bucs. I think the over is maybe where you want to lean this one. But again, I'm not going to touch this game. And if you're taking the side, I think I'm going against the computer here. I know the computer has them winning by 11. But again, what does the bookmaker know that we don't know? It's just, to me, the sports gut tells me take the points and run, right? Take the points and run. Chicago taking on the Minnesota Vikings, and looking at Minnesota, minus 7.5 against the Bears in this one, 43.5. And Minnesota, just a Jekyll and Hyde team, right? They're different at home when they are on the road. And 2-game win streak right now, coming off a 28-25 victory over the Saints, while Chicago losing 20-12 against the Giants. And looking at the history between these two teams, Chicago in Minnesota, 3-7 straight up in their last 10, 3-6-1 against the number. And taking a look at some of the ATS calculator number, 6.2 for Minnesota, where we got them winning by what here? 5? We got them winning by 5. I don't know. This is a tough one. I think Minnesota, to be honest, I think Minnesota is the play here. I think Minnesota could be the play. But looking at the 75 point, let me see, 56.6% chance of winning, 7.5. If you like Minnesota, you try to buy off that hook. But yeah, that's a tough one. That is a tough one. I think I'll pass on that one. All right, let's go on to the next one. Miami taking on the New York Jets, JETS, Jets. I love Miami in this spot. I think even though Teddy Two Gloves is playing, Teddy Bridgewater, minus 3.5 is the line, 46.5 is the total. 21-18 is what I have as a computer forecast, and on the calculator, 7.38. So if I go look at my calculator right now, and I go here, let's go reset. Let's go Miami. All right, Miami against the New York Jets. The Jets, JETS, Jets. Let's do a forecast right here. I got Miami winning by 7 touchdown. A touchdown in 38. 44.78 is the total I got right there. And when you look at the offense, Miami ranked 9th, Jets 18th. Dolphins 16th ranked defense. I like Miami in this play. Hey, Miami's a good team. Miami's a very good football team. I'm gonna go with Miami in this one, and I'll lay the 3 by the hook. Take the 3, and I'll take the Dolphins over the Jets. Tennessee taking on the Washington Commanders. The inconsistency play of the Titans. Now, when I look at the Titans, I'm like, every week I look at the Titans. I said, okay, who's the outside threat? Who's gonna catch the ball for the Titans? Okay, you got Derrick Henry's gonna run the ball, and we're actually what's his status? He's good. Burks. Treylon Burks is doubtful. And for Washington, Johan Dotson from Penn State, he's questionable. And Curtis Samuel's questionable, right? But I like Washington in this spot. I think Washington, when I look at this Titan team, I can't trust them. There's a trust factor in the team. I love Vrabel. I think he's a great coach. Tannehill, a very, a reliable quarterback, right? A journeyman quarterback. Carson Wentz, same type thing. But I do like Washington. Look at the forecast. 22.9, 22.8 favor in Tennessee. I'll take the 2.5 points. And according to my calculator, what does the calculator have? Calculator has 2.49 for Tennessee. I'll take Washington plus 2.5, and let's see if they can get back on track here, even though they're coming off a NFC loss last week to the Cowboys. How about them Cowboys? San Francisco taking on Carolina, coming off that big Monday night win, now traveling to Carolina. Man, when it rains, it pours, right, for Carolina, off that 26-16 loss to the Cards. And for the line on this game, minus 6.5. Calculator, what's the calculator on here? The calculator is on, where's San Francisco? 8.32 for the 49ers. I think 49ers all day here. They got to get rolling. They got to, consecutive win. You can't just win one, lose one, right? Like Tennessee. You got to get, if you're going to win the division, let's ride, right? Let's ride. Let's get those W's. I like San Francisco this weekend over Carolina. Cowboys taking on the Rams. I love the Cowboys in this spot. Don't know who's going to be at quarterback. I don't know if it's Cooper Rush or Dak Prescott. Hopefully it's Cooper Rush. All he does is win football games, right? Quarterback from Central Michigan, the Chippewas. Hey, Chippewas. A little shout out to Central Michigan. What's wrong with the Carolina? Carolina is, here's the problem with Carolina. It seems the whole offense is geared towards McCaffrey, and McCaffrey is not reliable. McCaffrey, if he can play 3, 4, 5 consecutive games, if McCaffrey goes, the team goes, I find. And what do I always say in this show? What's the best friend of a quarterback? A great running game. If you don't establish the run, how on earth are you going to be able to pass the ball, right? If you don't establish the run, how are you going to run the football? You throw to score, run to win. Remember I always say this? You throw to score, you run to win, defense wins championship. That's the problem in Carolina. Dallas Cowboys taking on the Rams. The Rams offensive line, as we know, is a mash unit, and the running game is non-existent. And when you look at the Rams offense right now, 29th. Hey, I thought this was supposed to be the greatest show on turf, right? It's far from the greatest show on turf. Even the Dallas Cowboys, even though they're winning and doing it with defense, they're still ranked 28th, and both teams averaging 17 points per game. I do like the Cowboys in this spot, though. A 3-game win streak coming into against the Rams. Rams 5.5. And I had the Cowboys listed at minus 3.8 on my value index. And what does my ATS calculator say? The calculator likes the Cowboys. 2.78, 40.5 on the total. Maybe the under is where you want to go. Rams defense has not showed up like they did in their Super Bowl type team, right? I do like the Cowboys, and I do like the under in that game. Eagles taking on the Arizona Cardinals, and looking at the Cards, they're going to be a 4.5-point home underdog. This is going to be an interesting matchup, right? The battle of the birds, the Eagles against the Cardinals. 72.5% chance of winning for the Eagles. And you know what? When you look at a team and you look at Philadelphia and say, okay, is this the week they're going to be normal and lose a game? It's just, when a team has momentum, hey, old Mo, and that's what I feel the Eagles have. And now they know they're the only team in the NFL without a loss. I think they keep rolling here. I I got a 28-22 victory for Fly, Eagles, Fly. And what's the total here? 50.51. It could go over the total. What does my calculator have? ATS calculator is on, let me see here. Where is that? 8.7. 8.7. Let me do it here. Can't even read my own handwriting, eh? I feel like my handwriting is like giving a doctor's prescription sometimes when I read my. You ever see when the doctor gives you a prescription, you try to read it, and it's like, how is the pharmacist going to read this? I have no idea how they're going to read this. Let me see here. Seattle against Philadelphia against Arizona. Philly against Arizona. Survey says, 8.5. 8.5, 47 is the total. And what's the total in that game? 48.5. So it does like it to go over the total. A 72.5. You know what? Hey, let's ride. Keep riding the Eagles. Arizona, inconsistent. Very inconsistent. Last 3 have gone under the total. And when you look at the Eagles offense against the Cardinals, where's the Eagles offense? Where are you, Eagles? There you are. Ranked number 4, 14th ranked. But look at the defense. Hey, they go and get J.J. Watt, and that 28th ranked defense, 25.7 points against. Not Kingsbury's. I'm telling you, he's on a hot seat right now. All right, so I do like Eagles in that one. Cincinnati against Baltimore. Love the Bengals here. Love the Cincinnati Bengals in this one here. Probably, it is one of my beer and pizza money plays. I got the Bengals winning by 2.61. Even though the forecast here, the analytics has 27-24. I'm going to go with the calculator. I believe in the calculator. 2.61, a 46.9. So it does like it to go under. A 41.1% chance for the underdog. And as you know, anytime I get the percentage play, if I get 40% or higher, I'll consider the underdog. And they're off 9 days. They had 9 days to prepare for this game. And for the Ravens, coming off a tough loss to the Bills, right? They got off to that really hot start and questionable coaching strategy by Harbaugh in that game. But I'm going to go with the Bengals plus 3.5. Cincinnati, give me Cool Hand Joe, and I'll take the Bengals in this one. And your Monday Night Football game, you got the Raiders taking on the Chiefs, a 6.5 point favorite. And looking at my number on this one, I do have Kansas City winning by 9.62 points. So I got them winning by 3. 26-22 is the forecast. A 61.7% chance of winning on Kansas City. And I'm going to go with the Chiefs in this one. Chiefs 8-2 straight up against the Raiders last 10, 6-4 against the number. And I want to see, so I do like that. Did I miss a game? Seems like the last couple of weeks I've always been missing one game, right? Going ready to sign off and, hey, coach, you forgot that one there. So did I miss any game here? Let me see here. Let me go through my list. Make sure I gave you guys all the games. So I like, let me see here. I like the Packers over. I like Washington. I like Miami. Minnesota, Chicago, I'm going to pass. Tampa Bay, Atlanta, I'm going to pass. Seattle, New Orleans, I'm going to pass. Jacksonville, Houston, I'm going to pass. Cleveland, I do like Cleveland. I do like Cleveland. New England, I like the Patriots at home money line. The Bills and the Steelers. If you're going to take that one, I think it's beer and pizza money on the Steelers. Hey, you're giving me Mike Tomlin at plus 14.5. Yes, please. San Fran against Carolina. I think San Fran gets that one done. Eagles, Arizona. I do like the Eagles in that one. I like the Cowboys getting plus money against the Rams. Cincinnati plus money against the Baltimore Ravens. And I do like the Chiefs, but I'm not laying 7.5 on Monday Night Football. All right, so my top play this week. Yeah, I like the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins is my top play this weekend, and hopefully it gives you a cover. All right, let's get on to the next agenda at hand. And what are we talking about, Mr. Iverson?
We talking about practice. Not a game. We talking about practice. Practice, man. I mean, how silly is that?
How silly is that? No, we're talking about the 80% Club stats, and you can get the 80% Club stats right here at atsstats.com. In fact, if you go to the webpage, you go to atsstats.com, click on NFL. So I'll do it right now for you guys. Click on NFL. Look for the Giants logo right here, the helmet. Click on the top 20 winning betting angles, and I have 20 winning trends for you guys. And you know what? I'm going to make you guys work for this. I'm going to make you go to the website to look at. I'll give you the first one, and it's the New York Giants. Anytime the Giants are a road underdog during the month of October, and they're coming off a game where they scored 14 to 21 points for in the last contest, 14-1 against the point spread since 1983. Pretty good. That's a pretty good trend right there. 14-1 for the Giants as an underdog during the month of October, coming off a game where they scored 14 to 21 points. And look at this one here. Hey, here's a bonus one for you guys. The Saints, when they're a -3.5 to -6.5 favorite during the week 4 to week 8 of the season after a conference game, and they scored 27 points or less in the last game. They're perfect 11-0. No Breeze, no Peyton. Just got to say that, right? No Breeze, no Peyton, no problem. All right, that is the show here today. Steph likes the Eagles, Dolphins, Vikings. I like that play, Steph. May see a handful of dogs covering this week. Yeah, you know what? But it's been a dog year, right, Mr. Peterson? Hey, what does Norm Peterson say?
It's a dog-eat-dog world, Sammy, and I'm wearing milk-bone underwear.
Yeah, I'm wearing milk-bone underwears, and it's been a dog-eat-dog world. All right, hopefully we can show you the money.
Show me the money!
And remember, always remember, when you go to your sports book and when you knock on the door, here's what you want to tell them.
Hey, baby! We're going to be here all day! We're going to be here all day, baby! I like this kind of party! I like this kind of party, baby!
Yeah, I like this kind of party, baby. All right, there you have it. That is the Raymond Report for a football-friendly Friday, October 7th. Hope you enjoyed the show. If you did enjoy the show, hit that like button. And always remember, tell your friends to check out the Raymond Report and tell them there's a crazy Canuck doing a show every day, Monday to Friday, 10:30 Eastern. And let's have a good time, eh?
Hello again, everybody. Harry Carey from Wrigley Field on a beautiful day for baseball. To be the man, you gotta beat the man.
Joe, own the Chiefs.
Owns. I don't know.
Struggling.
Can we have fun? You're damn right. I demand that we have fun.
Put that coffee down. Coffee's for closers only.
Straight cash, homie.
Holy cow!
It's a dog-eat-dog world, Sammy, and I'm wearing milk-bone underwear.
What the hell's going on out here? Woo! If you smell what the rock is cooking.
That's the bottom line, cause Stone Cold said so.
Let's go to eat a goddamn snack. How about our offense? When are we gonna put... How about our offense? When are we going to put it together? When are we going to put it together? Can we not run the ball down their throats every snap? Can we not throw it anytime we want to fucking throw it?